everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. It's time for a chatty get ready with me. If you're new here, what I do is I just put on my makeup, tell you what's going on in my life. I might tell you about the makeup, I might not. So I haven't done one in a while, so I thought maybe we would go ahead and do one today. I need to get my makeup on. First and foremost, I'm not feeling that great today. I don't know. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Sorry, I was going to do my hair, and then when I sat down, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do my hair. I think y'all will forgive me for that. It's just pulled up on my head. So, there are some videos I want to film today. I am filming on Monday, the last Monday in December. I'm not sure when I will make this go live. It might go up tomorrow, it might go up later. I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I did want to go ahead and get some makeup on and film some videos. So let's get started. I've already done my skincare and put my primer on. So let's see what I'm going to tell you about Christmas. First off, the big thing in the Peak household is Nathan got a job. Nathan is at work right now. He got a job at a pet store. I have some new subscribers. And so for my new subscribers who doesn't know, my son is 22 years old and he has autism. He's a level 2 with autism. He's very smart, but he's a level 2. He's not severe, but he's not the lowest level either. He's just kind of there in the middle. So this was a big deal. He's been trying since we moved here to get a job. His last job was at the movie theater in Asheville and he loved it. I think so. When we moved here, he said he didn't want to work a movie theater again. So I don't know what's up with that. He doesn't like to talk about things. So I don't really know. But he's been applying at different places and he got hired by this pet store. So yesterday was his first real day, and he said all he did yesterday was stuff on the computer and then he cleaned out the rabbit. This is a small pet store. I went in there, my husband and I, to look around because am I a helicopter mom? Maybe, but my son is autistic. I kind of need to know things more than a normal mother would need to know about a 22-year-old, I guess. Anyway, I just wanted to see. I didn't act like I was his mother. I acted like I was a customer. So I didn't associate with him while he was in the store looking around. But anyway, they have 1 rabbit, 3 kittens. Oh, they have a cute little solid black kitten. No more cats. I have a cat and a dog and 2 turtles. I don't need anything else. But yeah, rabbit, 3 kittens. They had several bearded dragons. They had a thing that said tarantulas. I don't know if there was one in there. Didn't really look. And there was their fish. They had several tanks. The tanks were empty except for one, and it had angelfish in it. So I don't know if they were waiting to stock. I don't know. But as of the day I was in there, they just had a tank of regular angelfish. Tropical fish, not saltwater. And so that was it for live pets. They do dog grooming there. So that seemed like that was pretty happening, the dog grooming section. Which Nathan won't be doing that. That's not what he was hired for. They do have a clinic, a vet clinic. I saw the sign out front. So I don't know, I didn't pay that much attention, but if you need to take your dog to the clinic, there's a clinic. I thought that was kind of nice. So, I'm happy for Nathan. It's still early to see how well this is going to work out, but so far so good. So far so good. He's a hard worker. He really is. He needs direction. Nathan is the type, definitely you have to I learned a long time ago, I could never just say, go clean your room. He wouldn't do anything. Because, Tim, how do I clean this room? That makes no sense. So what I would have to say is, make your bed, sweep the floor, dust the top of your dresser. You have to be precise. Hang your clothes up. That's what I used to have to be really precise. It's probably a little better now. Well, now I don't even tell him. He just does it. I don't have to say, you need to clean your room. But when he was little, we had a cat named Pork Chop. We had Pork Chop before we had Nathan. And, let's off like that. There we go. So, yeah, Pork Chop was our first child, I guess. And then Nathan was born. Pork Chop was not as lovey to Nathan. And so, but Nathan would just get, as we would say, get right up in that cat's face, and that cat would smack him. And he cried. We'd say, get out of the cat's face. Well, I didn't find out till years later, after the cat was gone, that he never understood what we meant by get out of the cat's face. That's why he kept messing with the cat. We should have said, don't touch the cat. Don't, whatever. But he couldn't, his brain couldn't understand, get out of the cat's face. How do I get out of a cat's face? How am I in the cat's face? Kind of, So when he was little, I would say, he'd ask me something. He said, don't tell me it's a figure of speech. And so we had to really learn to, be really mindful of what we said and how we said it. And so, yeah. Anyway, he's working, yay. And he's being paid more now than he was at the movie theater. So he likes money. The kid likes money. He's got some Comic Cons he wants to go to, some people he wants to meet, and shows. He went and saw Sal Volcano. He was one of the Impractical Jokers. Well, Joe, I forgot Joe's last name, another of the Impractical Jokers, he's coming to Columbia in January. We don't have tickets yet. I don't know if he's gonna, oh, I've already did my nose. I don't know if he'll actually go to that, we'll see, because there's also some sort of small Comic Con that's starting up. I think this is the first year for it, but there's somebody going to be at that he wants to see, so I'm not really sure what's happening with that. We'll just play it by ear and see. So that's Nathan. Christmas, we did end up going to Asheville. We weren't going. Brian was going to go with just Nathan for a night, and I had my father-in-law called and just asked if we would all come up. So we did. All we did was spend the night, and we had Christmas with my in-laws, and then came home the next day. The day after Christmas, yeah. And so that was nice. We did that. It was harder on us than I thought. I rode all the way up to Pendleton, South Carolina, and back in a day, and did just fine. I actually had overnight to Asheville, and I got sick from that trip. It hit me hard. I wasn't expecting that, but it also hit Brian kind of hard. Brian had to recoup from that trip. I don't know why, but it hit us a little hard. I don't know why. But we did not drive around Asheville. My in-laws lived on the south side of town. And when we first drove in, I mean, there was trees down, you could see. But we didn't see a lot of damage not as much as I was expecting going to my in-laws. Now in my in-laws neighborhood, lots of trees. You can tell lots of places missing, and a lot of people doing construction on their homes where trees and limbs had fallen on roofs and stuff. We did see that. In my in-laws backyard, the trees actually belong to the neighbor next door, but it's like along the property line, but it's the neighbors next door trees. They have a line of, I think they're cypress. It's like what I have. I have a line of the same trees between me and the property next door. And that line of trees were just leaning over like dominoes, you know, like that. And then my mother-in-law said the roots coming up from one of those trees damaged pipes, and they're having a heck of a time fixing their plumbing in their house. That's a shame. It's just crazy. We did not drive to Biltmore Village. It's only a few miles from where my in-laws live. But from what I am gathering, let me find what eyeshadow I'm going to use. From what I'm gathering from friends and family and the Biltmore Village, well, most of Asheville has roads closed and yeah, roads are closed, bridges are not fixed. It's hard to get around, and because of that there's a lot of traffic. But it's just too much of a mess that we decided not to try to drive around in it and add to the congestion of trying to get around Asheville. So we didn't bother driving around to look at damage. We see enough on YouTube. It's still, Asheville's really bad. I know they're wanting people to come visit, but I personally would not want to go visit somewhere that you still have a hard time getting around. And the meme going around Asheville is, to get to Asheville takes an hour from Asheville to get to Asheville. So basically it takes forever. A friend of mine went to a movie in Johnson City, to the movie theater, and then the next day he wanted to go to the theater that Nathan used to work at to see a movie. It took him just as long to get from his house in Asheville to that movie theater in Asheville as it took him to get to Johnson City and back the day before. Johnson City, Tennessee. That's how bad it is in Asheville. I think I'm gonna go with this little palette. I'm just gonna keep it simple today. But yeah, I think I'd stay away from Asheville personally. Personally, I would. I'm having some Cheerwine. Probably a lot of you have never heard of Cheerwine. Cheerwine's my favorite. Cheerwine, drink of the South. I think, does it say that on here? I know the commercials say it. Cheerwine's from North Carolina. Even in the South, it's hard to find. There's a convenience store just down the road that carries the Diet Cheerwine. So, or Cheerwine Zero. I don't know, is this Coke or Pepsi product, or if it's its own thing. I think it's its own thing. Pretty sure it's not Coke or Pepsi. It's Cheerwine. But I know that is not all over the country. That is a southern thing. It's a cherry cola. It's a heavy cherry. It's more cherry than a cherry Coke. Yeah. It's even got a red tint to it. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's cherry. Alright, let's see. Clean out my brush. Yeah, I'm having some stomach issues today. My stomach just doesn't feel good. I'm feeling kind of blah today, so I'm just taking it easy. Just chauffeuring Nathan around. Luckily, the pet store is maybe a mile from my house. It is 5 minutes to get down there. It's not far. It's next to Hobby Lobby and Big Lots, which is going out of business all over. Stay in focus. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas here. I'm just rambling. I did. We had a great Christmas. And Brian was off until he had to go back to work today. And then he's off again until Thursday. But yeah, it's hot. I wish he could have, he's out of vacation days though, but I wish he could have been off like today as well. That would have been a nice break. But it is what it is. I'm going into this darker brown now. I am not staying in focus. There we go. So, anything else going on? My Christmas decorations are still up. My goal was to take them down over the weekend, but like I said, I wasn't feeling well. I'm still just not feeling well today. I don't know. Maybe we both picked up a little bug or something. I very well could be. We picked up something, but yeah, I just feel a little ugh. I don't have the energy or desire to pack up Christmas. It'll get packed up when it gets packed up. I'm not gonna worry about it. There we go. It's very sad news to hear about Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter was one of my favorite presidents. I remember when he ran for office, I think I was in, pretty sure I was in middle school. I don't know if I was in 6th grade, 7th grade. I think I was going to Asheville Catholic. I think I was in 7th grade. I remember discussing politics in the classroom. I think it was at Asheville Catholic, and so I think I was 7th grade. I'm going with this shimmer right here. I'm gonna get it on a brush. I know my parents were really into politics. How involved, I'm not 100% sure. I know my mother really was after my father passed away. She really, gosh, come on. But I remember my mother met Jimmy Carter. I wish I could have met Jimmy Carter. My mother met Nixon. I met Nixon with my mother and father, but I don't know. I'm going to pull out this Super Shock I'm trying to use. Let's just use it with this. I was young when I met Nixon. And I don't remember why. But then my mother met she met every president from Nixon to George W. Bush. She met every one of the presidents. I only met Nixon, and I was a little kid. I didn't meet anybody else. Wish I could have met Carter. Wish I could have met some of the other presidents with my mother. My mother, she's really into politics, let me tell you. I know I worked a lot with my mother as a young adult with local politics. I did helped with some congressional races. I met several of our congressmen I knew and helped with some of their campaigns. And there's Puppy. But yeah, my mom, she was really into I remember as a child, as far back as I remember, voting with my mother, going to vote. I remember just standing right there next to her when we go into the little booth and she'd vote, and I did the same with Nathan. I wanted him to have that same experience. Nathan can votes. And I gave him that same experience. So, I think, what year? No, it was the Biden-Trump campaign was Nathan's first time voting. So, there we go. That looks fun. So yeah, anyway, I'm really sad to, but he lived a wonderful, long, and happy life. So, good for him. Good for him. Get some blush on. There we go. I think I have a highlighter in here. I've got to do a new makeup basket that's going to be filmed here next. There we go. And I'm going to film my empties because I have some candles that I'm going to use as decor. So I need to film that so I can actually pack those away. So I can get Christmas put away. Whenever I get Christmas put away. I have a gloss. I think, like I said, I'm just not feeling it today. I'm going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills liner in Blushed. This is very nude. It's a very nude liner. I just pulled out my gloss I pulled. This is Lunar Beauty Divine. Use this gloss. Like I said, I'm just not 100% today. I think that's good enough. That's good enough for today. So guys, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And if you're new here, I would really love it if you would subscribe. So guys, again, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.